Don't trust your money with these 7 kinds of people. Trust is a big word. It's easy to say, yeah, but it's so hard to do. If it's hard to trust someone you know, what more the people that you don't know? Anyway, today I'll be sharing with you 7 kinds of people you can't trust with your money. Again and again, subscribe to the channel. This is Finance Boss, an awesome channel for awesome people like you. Number 1. Person who doesn't have a budget. The first category of people that should never lay hands on their hard-earned money are people who give a little thought to budgeting. I mean, if they can't even use their own money wisely, what makes you think they will handle yours? As a rule of thumb, you should only lend your money to people who know how to manage their own finances properly. And good money management is anchored on effective budgeting through budgeting. One can map out how they intend to spend their money while prioritizing the most important expense. But if someone doesn't budget, the odds are pretty high that their money will always fall short, especially when it's time to pay you back. Such people often splurge on unnecessary items. These people effortlessly go on shopping sprees, max out their credit cards, and rarely stash away any savings. They can gobble up thousands of dollars in a flash, yet have nothing to show for it. Why? Because their lack of budgeting only paves way. Any person that doesn't allocate their finances accordingly will always spend more than they have as a result. They will get into debt and come back asking for more from you. So before you dish out money to someone who slacks on budgeting, think twice. Number 2. People who spend to impress others. There's a category of individuals that obsess over what other people think of them. You can call them people pleasers, and if you ever let them get close to your finances, they will milk you. And here's why you see such people spend money to impress others. They love creating a false impression about their imaginary wealth. For the sake of finding favor in others people's eyes, you'll find them parading flashy cars and expensive, yet they are likely barely able to make ends meet. In reality, these same people will shower their friends with luxurious gifts simply because they love what it does to their ego. This caliber of spenders also easily succumbs to societal pressure, and often they will allow this pressure to determine the car they drive, in the neighborhood they live in, and even the clothes they wear. They will drop on any trend just so that they can keep up with the passing. There's no denying that the fleeting moment of adoration from peers can be significant. The problem with such people, however, is that they will remain forever broke. Number 3. People who take from you but don't give. Some of us were born with a heart of gold, but it can work against you. If you're the type of person that doesn't mind giving, you need to take a step back to who you're giving to. If you ever find yourself on the receiving end, that needs to change. And if it doesn't, you will soon find yourself in a loser town. No doubt, we've all encountered individuals that thrive at the expense of others. Such people will readily exploit the success of others without adding any significant value to them. These people will take, and when you think they're done taking, they'll take some more. Such people who qualify to be termed as leeches. Leeches will always be willing to have a share of your financial harvest. They will never get tired of asking for your financial assistance, yet when it's time to return the favor, they'll be nowhere to found. They'll use your car, ask for cash handouts, and even borrow money with no intention of paying it back. Unless you want to cripple your finances, you should aim to remove such people from your life. If this is impossible, like in the case of a family, aim to establish solid boundaries between them and your money, because not only can they rail your financial success, but they may also threaten the opportunities that come here. The thing is, life is a two-way street. This means that giving to people who fail to give back just won't work. Number 4. People who don't invest in themselves. Another group of people that you should never trust with your money are people who disregard self-investment. There are many rewards of investing in oneself, from having an expanded job scope, acquiring visionary leadership skills, to growing your money. You can never underrate the benefits of self. In fact, lacking the motivation, any form of value to one's life can be a bad sign. Not only does it insinuate sheer laziness, but it can also be an indication of debt. Defaulters, clearly people who don't invest in themselves, select the drive that's required to make and sustain wealth. Such people will never bother to add value to their lives. They don't read books, exercise, take courses, or even attend seminars that can sharpen their mind. As a result, such people will never grow financially or spiritually. If you leave them at a point today, you will come back years later and find them at the same spot where you left. Such people will make no effort to boost their self-worth, especially financially. Definitely, monetary investment is one of the greatest ways of investing in oneself. We have multiple avenues through which one can invest in themselves, and some of them won't even cost you a dime. Number 5. People who are in debt for obvious reasons. Lending money to someone who is already in debt is bad. So simply put, don't do it. A person who is in debt is already inside a black hole, and by entrusting them with your money, you're only making the hole deeper. On top of that, you'll even be digging one for yourself. Now, it's reasonable to take on debt for a big purchase like buying a house or starting. But if the cause of their escalating debt record is overspending and lifestyle inflation, you should definitely be cautious about lending them money, because if they're unable to meet their own needs, what are the chances that they will meet yours? Also, by giving them money, you will only be supporting their borrowing habits instead of helping them. The best way to help such people is to introduce them to budgeting and living within their means. Show them how to cut the necessary expenses and how they can channel the amount that they save towards paying their existing debts. Help them write down their total household earnings coupled with their monthly expenses. This way, they'll be able to identify loopholes that are wasting their money and possibly pushing them towards debt. Number 6. People who seek instant gratification. Instant gratification is known as the enemy of financial success. It refers to the ability to resist or delay a decision to a future date. This isn't an alien concept because it can affect people of all ages in different walks of life. Remember how as a kid you would throw a tantrum? If your mom fails to buy you a certain toy at the supermarket, such reactions are resolved from seeking instant gratification. One downside of instant gratification is that it impedes any efforts one makes to save or invest. Instant gratification is the root cause of money-wasting tendencies like addictions and impulse buying. People seeking instant gratification will always be broke. If you dig deeper, you will discover that you're not the first person they're borrowing from. And this is why you should never trust people who seek instant gratification. Such people lack self-control, and when they want something, they will do whatever it takes. It won't matter if said item can potentially destroy them. If such a person approaches you for financial assistance, chances are high that they'll use that money to gratify their cravings. It could be food, alcohol, a new gaming console, or anything that gives them a gratifying feeling. No doubt such people will pour money down the drain because today, their need for instant gratification overrides everything else, including paying you back. If you have to put your money under someone else's watch, it should be someone who knows how to delay their gratification. Number 7. People who don't celebrate your financial success. Lastly, you should never trust people who don't celebrate your financial success. More so, if these people are from part of your inner circle. You should start keeping your wins to yourself. This is because such people aren't happy to see your financial success. Why? Because it could cause them some form of pain or bitterness. And if they get an opportunity to hold you back, they'll jump on it. Sadly, these people can be your family members, friends, or work colleagues who at first glance still appear to have good intentions, but you shouldn't fall for it. This fake niceness is for the sole purpose of gaining your trust and getting access to your finished products. Be wary of people who don't call or congratulate you on a new job, or those that never attend your events, even though it could benefit them. Also, those people that prefer buying products from your competitor falls into this category. If you trust such people with your money, they'll be determined to shrink and be exploited. Okay, that's it. The 7 kinds of people you can't trust with your money with. Thank you for watching. This is Finance Boss, and see you on the next video. Bye!